Starting down in child's pose, stretch your arms really long. Push through your fingertips so your elbows lift away from the floor and take a long, deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale, soften your elbows, bend them a little bit, and relax your head and your hands to the floor. Take 5 deep breaths here. From there, walk both hands over towards the right. So you're creating this arch shape, this C shape in your spine. Push the floor away with both hands. Sink your hips towards your heels. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Tiptoe your hands forward through center over to the other side. Push the floor away. Find that big lateral stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through center. Walk a little bit in with your hands. Take your right hand and reach your right arm up. As you exhale, slide your right arm under your left arm. Take your right ear to the floor, maybe to a block, and tiptoe your left fingers overhead. They can stay there, or they might walk towards the right. Keep pushing the floor away so you feel the work on the outer right shoulder. Breathe 3 breaths here. Walk your left hand back through center. Push down through your left hand. Unravel your right arm. Take it all the way up. And then lower your right hand down. Stretch your left arm to the ceiling. Scoop your left arm underneath your right arm. Lower your left ear to the floor and reach your right fingertips forward. Take a big breath in here. And then decide if you'll stay here or maybe walk your hands over towards the left, really pushing the floor away with your right hand, sinking both sit bones to the floor. 3 breaths. Good. Walk your right hand back through center. Push into your right hand to unwrap your left arm. Send it high. And now lower your left hand down to the floor. Lift your bum up so you're up on all fours, but turn your fingers around. So fingers face your body. They might just face the sides of your mat. Get them to where they'll go. And then start to hinge your hips back towards your heels. Push your fingers into the floor. Feel that stretch along your forearms. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and sit all the way back onto your heels. Lift up your hands. Make fists with your hands. Drop your fist down and just knock the fists from side to side. Take full circles with your fists, both directions. Then just release your fists and shake your hands. Shake your hands. It can look like you're pawing at something. That's it. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Hands come onto your thighs. Close your eyes. Take 5 breaths here and set an intention for your practice. Removing energy, cultivating strength, patience. What do you need to add on as your own specific intention? Once that's settled in your mind, step forward onto all fours, stacking your joints up. Inhale, lower your belly, loop your shoulders back, and look to the sky. Exhale, puff between your shoulder blades, let your head hang heavy, and gaze down to your belly. Cat-cow, take this at your own pace. We'll try 3 cycles through the extension and the flexion. And once you've finished all 3 cycles, just come back into a neutral spine. Hold in a neutral spine. Look over your right shoulder towards your right thumb, your right hip, and then start to move your right hip towards your right shoulder. Puff a little between your shoulder blades, push into your hands. You're creating that C curve on your left side again. Round into your upper back as you do that on the other side. So it's a lateral cat-cow. You're looking over your left shoulder, left hip taps forward, puff between your shoulder blades, and pull back through center. Good. Take a deep breath in for nothing. Exhale to stay. Now on your next inhale, really, really slowly, can you pick up your left leg, stretch it back, and turn your toes to face down. Suck your belly button in, stretch your right arm forward. Breathe in through your nose, you're just staying still, breathe out. Inhale again, exhale. Think about puffing in between your shoulder blades on your last inhale. Exhale, slowly, gradually, lower your right hand and your left knee down. Now pick up your right leg, nice and easy. The hip comes to hip height. Notice the belly trying to escape. Pull your belly in, stretch your left arm forward. Static, isometric, hold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, that's 1. Inhale. Exhale, that's 2. 1 more breath in. Exhale, there's 3. Lower your hands, lower your knees. Flex your feet this time. Walk your hands back and sit back onto your heels again. Take your arms out to the side. Place your fingers on your shoulders and start to draw little circles with your elbows. Think about keeping your heart and chest lifted, painting these little circles, turn them around, the same size, just in a different direction. Notice that work in the fascia of your feet. Incredible. Take your hands back down to the floor. Flex your feet, puff between your shoulder blades. Take your time to get up and back into a downward facing dog. You can keep a blanket along the 3rd quarter of your mat if you like that for your knees. Otherwise, you can move it out to the side. But settling into your downward dog with little movements. Try bending into your right knee and then your left knee. Let your head hang super heavy. Bring both legs back to neutral. And now start to turn both toes towards the right. Turn both toes towards the right. Bend into your knees. Push your hands away. Pull back up through center. And turn both knees towards the left. Bend your knees. Push the floor away. Feels a bit like you're in a ski race. Take a deep breath in, back at center. Exhale out all your air. Look forward, step all the way to the top of your yoga mat. Take as long as you need to get there. Press your hands into your shins. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale into a nice forward fold. Push into your feet, slowly rise all the way up. And when you get up, let's take 3 big shoulder rolls in both directions. Good. From there, I'll face you for this one. Inhale, reach both arms up. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right. Find that lateral flexion again. And we start to see the theme of this class is side bending. Getting out of that accordion, closed accordion shape that we end up in all day. Take a big breath in, sink a little deeper on the exhale, and then use some core stability to pull you back up. Catch the opposite hand and create your C curve in the other direction. 3 breaths here. Now squeeze your bum cheeks together, push your pubic bone forward, and see if that helps stretch a little more. Incredible. Pull everything back through center. Take your hand behind you. Interlace your hands behind your back. Plug your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart and chest up. That's an inhale. Exhale, bend at your knees. Hinge forward. Start to send your arms beyond your head by any amount. Big breath comes in. Exhale, lower your hands to your lower back, then to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot and then your back foot back to then your left foot back to a high plank. Hold here. Stretch your body long so it feels like your heels and the top of your head are pulling in opposite directions. Your legs are strong and tight like a very, very tightly pulled elastic band. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower your knees, the tops of your feet to the floor. And then follow with your chest, your chin. Finally, everything falls. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart and chest, baby cobra. Lower back down. Take your fingers to the outside of your yoga mat. Separate your feet nice and wide and perk your elbows up. Lots of delicious shoulder work today. Inhale, lift your heart and chest up for this modification on cobra. Exhale, lower it in. Inhale, lift up, peer over your right shoulder. Check out your right bum cheek. Lower back down. Peer over your left shoulder as you come up. Check out your left bum cheek. Lower back down. One more time through center for good measure. And release. Flex your feet, plant your palms, push up and back. Find downward facing dog. Inch your hands a full footprint closer towards your feet. Pause here. Bend a little into either knee as needed. Take your right hand under your body. Catch the outside of your left ankle. Look under your left armpit while pushing the floor away with your left hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower your right hand down right away. Try that on the other side. Take your left hand under your body. Peek under your right armpit. Catch that right ankle or shin with your left hand and release. Look forward, tippy toe, step all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale into a forward fold. Stay here. Catch opposite elbows and let your torso move from side to side. Rock from side to side. Your head is so heavy, it feels like it could slip right off. Then lower your fingertips, tuck your chin into your chest, and start to peel your body up with so much ease. When you get to the top, pause in mountain pose, close your eyes, 5 breaths. Open your eyes, bring your big toes together. Separate the rest of your toes really wide, bend into your knees and tap your hands to heart center. Lengthen through your spine on your breath in. Breathe out, rotate to the right. Take your left elbow on your right thigh and start to peer up your right shoulder. Good, squeeze your knees together. Sink your hips a little lower. Maybe open your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands come back through center. Let's come all the way to stand. Reach your arms up, move into a micro back bend, pubic pressing forward. Lower back down into your chair. Push your arms out towards the left. Right elbow comes onto your left thigh and find rotation through your spine. Maybe your arms open wide, maybe not. Patiently collect your hands back, bring them to heart center, but this time fold forward. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step into a high plank pose, and right away drop your knees to the floor. Turn onto the tops of your feet, push air up between your shoulder blades. Lower your bum ever so slightly and engage your glutes and your thighs. Now bend into your elbows, lower just halfway, push into your hands and lift back up. Lower halfway again, tricep push-ups, push back up. On this third round, could you lower all the way to the ground, lower to the ground, loop your shoulders back, lift your hands away from the floor, push down through the tops of your feet. Think about using your spine muscles, your back muscles. Breathe in here and breathe out. Lift a little bit higher, hands are hovering, breathe in and breathe out. Good, lower your palms, flex your feet, push up and back, wide-legged child's pose. Wide-legged child's pose. A moment here to recalibrate, catch your breath. Good. Breathing in and out through your nose. From child's pose, push yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Now stabilize through your left foot, reach your right leg towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee, open that hip out towards the right, like you're gonna topple all the way over, but don't. Reset your right leg beside your left leg and slowly step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee to your blanket or your mat. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms up. We're trying something different today. As you exhale, bend into your elbows. Take them down to goalpost arms. Inhale, create a V shape with your arms. Exhale, reach your arms behind you and just graze the back thigh with your hands. Keep your heart and chest lifted. Inhale, reach both arms towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower your hands towards the floor. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Slowly stretch your left leg to the ceiling and bend that knee, opening the hip nice and wide. Gradually bring it back through center. Step your left foot between your hands, drop onto your right knee. Your feet and thigh are nice and separate, about hip distance apart. Push into your left foot, inhale both arms up. Traditional Hatha chakra work here. As you exhale, bend into your elbows. As you inhale, create a V shape with your arms. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Just set them against your back leg. Inhale, reach both arms up. On this exhale, take your hands to the floor. Flex your back foot and spring forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend into both knees. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up alongside your ears. Exhale, come up to stand. Catch your breath, mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Take your arms up overhead. This time, just create those little Charlie's Angels fingers with your hands. Arms reach up overhead. Let's reach towards the right, tacking our hip in the opposite direction that our hands are pointing. Pull your belly forward, glutes strengthen, so do your quads, and then sink a little deeper into your side bend. Try that on the other side, moving your hips to the right as your hands go left. Your head perches through the hole that you've created between your arms. Amazing. Pull it all back through center. And now take your hands back behind you. Option 1, place your hands against your lower back. Option 2, could you maybe glue your hands together, push your elbows back, pull your belly in, and find reverse prayer. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Sink down low in your chair on the inhale. And as you exhale, fold right to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Exhale, plant your palm. Step first your left leg and then your right leg. Try those 3 tricep push-ups from high plank or low plank. I guess 2 tricep push-ups, because on the third one, you'll pull all the way up and through, but to an upward dog. So push through your palms and the tops of your feet, allowing only those 4 contact points with the floor. Knees and thighs are lifted. Go ahead and push back, downward facing dog. Just like before, but we start with the other side. Stretch your left leg to the ceiling, bend your left knee. Good. Bend your left knee. You have the option now to stay here or fully flip your dog. Take your left foot to the floor behind you. Lift your pelvis up or reach your left arm up. You're in wild thing or revolved downward dog. Only there for a little beat, pull it back through center and slowly step your left foot between your hands. Drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, stretch both arms up, just like we did. Exhale, bend into your elbows, but tilt your hands back this time. Inhale, reach up into that V shape. Exhale, maybe interlace your hands and point the fingers down the thigh, opening your chest. Go ahead and stretch both arms up overhead. Beautiful. Plant your hands, flex your right foot, push back, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in and a breath out. Now your right leg can soar to the ceiling, bend into your right knee, either stay here or flip your dog all the way over, placing that right foot on the floor behind you. There's a full cycle of breath in that place before you crawl back out. Level out your hips and step your right foot between your hands, lower your left knee. Scissor your thighs together. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend at your elbows. Inhale, create a big V shape. Exhale, interlace your hands the other way so the other pinky is on the outside. Point your index fingers down. Finally, reach both arms up. And topple your fingers to the floor, anchoring through your right foot. Can you step your left foot all the way forward? Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold completely. Chair pose, Utkatasana, with the arms just out in front. Pull it all back through center. Take your hands, one on your heart and one on your belly. Close your eyes and breathe. Lower your hands alongside your body. Breathe into your chair pose. Breathe out to your forward fold. And breathe in to lengthen your spine. And breathe out to step back through plank. Full vinyasa on that exhale, lower halfway, and then pull up into upward dog. Downward facing dog. Perfect. Take your right foot, step your right foot between your hands. Step your right foot between your hands, push through the sole of that right foot, lift all the way up into a warrior lunge. Change your mind, turn the left toes open to the left long edge of your mat, warrior 2. As you breathe in, drop your left hand down your back thigh, reach your right arm alongside your right ear, revolved warrior. Inhale to side angle pose. Place your right elbow on your right thigh and find that deep side body stretch by extending your left arm long. Root down through your left foot, reach along through your left fingers. Push into the ball of your right big toe mound, lift your arms up, straighten your front leg. Now Trikonasana, reach your front fingers forward before toppling them down your right shin. Lengthen your left arm up, push that left hip under, and firm up your right thigh. Hold here. This is the best place to be for lateral side body work. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, pull yourself up. Take exalted triangle. The left hand slides down your left thigh.
And now as you come forward, step your left foot forward about halfway up your yoga mat. Feet are around hip distance apart with maybe the length of half of your legs between them. Rotate your pelvis forward. You can absolutely bend your knees. As you start to fold down just halfway, and when you get halfway, take your right thumb, put it into your right hip crease, and track your right hip back, reach the crown of your head forward. Now this is where a block could come in handy. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot or to a block. And you can stay here, stabilizing with the right hand on your hip. Maybe there's room in your hamstrings and your torso to take that right arm up, but don't stress if not. Breathe here in revolved triangle for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take your right hand down to the floor. Get really firm on the sole of that right foot and start to lean forward towards your right thigh. Pick your left leg up. Maybe this is a nice chance to roll that left ankle around in each direction. If you're feeling bold, you could take your hands off the floor onto that standing shin and kick the left leg, your back leg, up even higher. For 3, 2, and 1. Return your hands to the floor. Bend into your left knee and tuck it behind your right leg. Coming to sit, prepping for a seated spinal twist. So if you got lost along the way, now your left leg is bent on the floor and your right leg is bent over top of your left leg. Take your right hand behind you. Push through your right fingers. Inhale your left arm up to lengthen. Exhale, find rotation, sweet, sweet rotation. Breathe here for 3 breaths. Unwind, turn all the way over to the other side. And instead of hopping into the other side really quickly, can you stay in this seat, but move towards shoelace pose or square pose? So to do that, walk your right foot to the left side of your yoga mat, reassign and readjust your hips here, tacking both of them onto the floor. Knees might be stacked. It could be your ankle above your bottom knee. And when you get there, start to fold forward if it's available to you. 5 deep breaths. Good, deep stretch through your hips. Pull yourself back up. Move your blanket out to the side if you're using one. Unwrap your legs. Place your feet on the floor and scoot your bum halfway up your yoga mat. Squish your knees into one another. Take your hands behind your thighs. Begin to hammock your back. Just notice what that feels like with that deep hammocking. Pick your toes up off the floor. Then get out of the hammock so your back is long and straight. Maybe you release your hands alongside your body. You could even straighten your legs. Navasana or boat pose for 5, 4, 3. On 2, we're going to think about evolving this shape by taking our peace fingers around our big toes. Kick your legs up, lift your heart and chest, maybe open your legs wide. We're holding, balancing, playing here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, without falling, just bring your legs back together, right back into Navasana. Then cross your right ankle over your left ankle, tuck your toes in, plant your palms, and step back to a downward facing dog. Good. Reach now your left leg up to the ceiling. Step your left foot between your hands. Reach up, warrior lunge. Open wide, warrior 2. Good. Take your back hand down your back thigh. Left arm stretches up. Inhale. Exhale, side angle pose with big extension through the right side of your body now.
Pull your belly in, push your hips under, reach the fingers away, and then anchor through that right foot. Press into your feet, lift all the way up, straighten your front leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose is where that chin gets a little massage, a little graze by your left hand while the right arm stretches up. 5 breaths here. Perfect. Pull yourself all the way up. Take exalted triangle. Lean back into it. And then come forward. Step your right foot halfway up your yoga mat. And go ahead, turn your hips forward. Steady as she goes. Start to tilt your pelvis, your torso down. Track your left hip back and place those right fingers to the outside of that left thigh. You could even put your hand, the palm of your hand on your sacrum, and imagine lengthening through your sacrum to find rotation, eventually stretching your left arm up. Breathe here. Magnificent. Hands come to the floor. Steady through your left foot. Lift your right leg up. Lower to hinge over that left leg. Stay here and breathe. You can float your hands to your left shin. You can lift your right leg higher and higher and higher. Play with the pose. This is called standing splits. Finally, bend into your right knee. Look where you're headed. Come down to sit on your bum, landing in that seated spinal twist starting position. Left knee over your right knee. Take your left hand behind you, reach your right arm up, and bend into the elbow. Find a big, deep twist. You've got it. Breathe here. Unwind all the way around. Prepping your body now for that big hip opener. Shoelace, maybe, square pose, so your knees are stacked, your ankles could be stacked. Either leave your spine upright or start to wiggle it forward. Walk your hands back into your body, lift your torso up, lean back onto your hands, take your legs out and stretch them right in front of you. Give your thighs a little massage. Wrap your sits bones under, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Catch the outside edges of your feet, maybe just the floor. Inhale, lengthen again. And exhale, big, deep hamstring and spine stretch. Hold in 5 breaths. Inhale, rise back up. Glue the soles of your feet together. Wrap your hands underneath of them. Push your feet into one another. Lengthen your spine. Think about keeping your spine long. So this is really focused on your inner groin. Bend your elbows, push them into your legs, and then push your arms into your legs, push your legs into your arms, push your foot into your foot, and grow longer through your spine. Breathe there. Pull it all back up. Knees come together, neutralizing the spine. One more Navasana, bow pose. Lift your legs up. Lift your heart and chest up. Maybe straighten your legs. Breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the soles of your feet down. Scoot your bum up and come right onto your back. When you get to your back, hug both knees into your chest. Just rock along your lumbar spine. Set the soles of your feet down on the floor. Bridge pose. Push into your feet, strengthen your glutes, lift your bum up, and interlace your hands behind your back. Chin tucks into your chest, pelvis keeps lifting up higher. Your feet are dragging in towards your hands. Think about that action. Heels dragging in towards your hands. It'll strengthen the backs of your thighs almost instantly. One more breath in here. The exhale is a ripple effect on your spine as it falls to the floor. Squish both knees into your chest. Take one knee in each hand and make circles with your knees. Make circles in the other direction. Place the soles of your feet down on the floor. Now move both hips over to the right. Straighten your legs and walk both legs over towards the lower right corner of your yoga mat. Maybe you take your left ankle over your right ankle. Think about really steadying the pelvis here. Then you'll move your head, neck, and shoulders towards the upper right corner of your yoga mat. Reach your arms overhead. You could catch your left wrist with your right hand or just bend at your elbows. Really burrow your head into what you've created between your arms and breathe into the left side of your body. Really good. Bend into your elbows, track it all back through center. And at center, take your knees mat distance apart and then just let your knees fall into one another. So bend knees, falling in towards one another. Rest your hands on your belly. Take a breath in. Exhale. And at the end of that exhale, move your hips towards the right edge of your yoga mat. Straighten your legs and walk your legs towards that left edge. Reach your arms up overhead, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Find that big boomerang pose on the other side, and all your breath moves into your right side body. Walk your body back through center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Catch the outside edges of your feet. Happy baby pose. Just rock on your back from side to side. Then pause in neutral. Squeeze your thighs down towards your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. You can massage your legs as you send them down to final Shavasana, lying flat on your back. Turn your palms up alongside your body. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. A deep breath out through your mouth. And settle into just 1 minute of quiet here.
Ever so slowly start to move your fingers and your toes. Rock your head side to side. Stretch both arms up as you breathe in and down as you breathe out. And bend into your knees. Roll on over to the right side and crawl up to a comfortable seat. Collect your hands at your heart. Find your intention. Seal it with a breath in and a breath out. Namaste.